What's up, guys? Today we have a client who brought in a 2015 Yamaha FJ09 that had been sitting for 5 years. He brought it in to get it running so he could sell it because he had to stop riding due to health issues. I just started filming my work halfway through this project because I made a decision I wanted to take being a mechanic serious and start building a brand. Anyway, so far this bike has received new spark plugs, air filter, an oil and oil filter change, new water pump cover O-ring, a radiator flush, new coolant, and a gas tank rust removal, and we'll need more. In the sped up video, I'm just finishing up all the services and going to turn it on, and well, the rest speaks for itself. You hear that? Well, actually, it's what you don't hear. The fuel pump's not priming. And from some research, and maybe there's more, but from what I know, it could be the relay, the fuel injection system relay, and a fuse. I already checked the fuse, and that's located right next to the starter relay. So now I have to check continuity inside of the relay, because we gotta see if that thing's working or not. And if that doesn't work, then we gotta test the pump, which means we're back to square one. If the pump doesn't work, we're gonna get a new one. So stand by, I might show you guys how to test the continuity. I just watched a video. I really am not an expert at it myself, but yeah, I might record some videos, show you how to do it, or I might just do a full-blown time-lapse, man, because it's getting late and I've done a lot of research on this full-blown manual. Luckily, the customer had the manual. Okay, so according to the manual, which I totally forgot what I just read, it said I need to test the red wire to whatever wire and the black wire to another wire. Let's get this clip off real quick. I really don't have gloves on, so I rip them all the time, so it's like, this isn't even oily, so I'll take the dirt. Don't pull on that. Just cut this out. Cool. Alright. Here's the fuel ignition system relay. Or injection, not ignition. Okay. So, according to the manual, it says, this is the Haynes manual for this specific model. There's 3 models, they all run the same engine. Fuel injection system relay. Make sure the ignition is off. Period. Remove the seats. The relay unit is mounted under the rear of the battery and contains the fuel injection system relay and starter circuit safety cutoff relay. Lift the relay assembly off its bracket and disconnect the wiring connector. Use an ohm meter or continuity tester. Oh, sorry guys. Continuity tester. Connect the positive probe to the red wire. Then turn the red wire terminal on the relay. Okay, so number 1 is red, so number 1's right here. And the negative probe to the red/blue wire terminal. Okay, the negative wire to the red/blue. Red and blue, or blue? What does that mean? Okay. Okay. Damn. Wait. Alright, pause guys, I gotta make some sense of this. So, excuse me. What we gotta do here, here's our relay. Set this right here. Gotta take these clips. Okay. Oh, these things are completely separated. What the heck? Alright, it's okay, we'll work at that. Alright, so we're gonna connect black to negative, obviously. Okay. Now we wanna get it better. Okay, let's make sure we don't short anything out. I'm actually gonna clip the other side to my shorts. Okay. Why am I having so much trouble? Okay. Now, got the red. I'm gonna clip this somewhere where it won't mess me up. Okay. Now let's get this right on the battery. Cool. Now, what the booklet says is you connect it to number 4 and number 3. So I already tested this before, and so here, this is the language. So you could see these right here. You could see that's the point of reference. See if I can set this right here. Yeah, so this is the point of reference right here, these two lips or whatever you want to call them. And so you can see you connect the negative to number 4. So we're going to take the negative right here and connect it to number 4. Number 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4 clicks in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just that one. Damn. I don't want to like, I gotta do this very carefully right now. Okay, and then we connect the positive. I'm holding this right now because I'm trying to not touch any other of the diodes or whatever you want to call them. Okay, then we connect positive to number 3. These manuals are really good. Okay, they get a little confusing, but you can kind of understand them. All right, so then red goes right on this. All right, so I just heard it click. So that's a little scary. That isn't very good, because then we might need to do a whole new pump. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Screw it, just give it a nice pinch. Okay, now let's test the continuity. There wasn't any continuity to begin with. This thing beeps when there is any. Here, watch, I'll show you. I don't know if you could hear that with the music in the background, but okay, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna backtrack for a second. We're gonna put the positive probe to the red wire terminal. Red wire is number 1. Number 1's down here in that left corner. And then number 2 is all the way in the back right corner. So let's see if there's continuity, then you know what's up. Okay, I almost put the wrong ones on. Negative probe to the red blue. Red blue is number 2. Okay. Let's see. We can do this and get this on video. I don't know, you guys probably can't see in here, but just reference this. Okay, so I'm gonna touch the probe all the way in the corner because that's number 2. And I'm gonna touch number 1 right here all the way in the left corner. And there's continuity. Oh, shit. You didn't see that. Okay, negative gone. Shoot. Oh, God. Well, so, hey guys, that's how you test one of these fuel injection system relays. There we go. Got it right the first time. Thanks guys for watching. I'll probably show you some more videos on possibly testing the pump if we could figure out how to do that. And then if we do need a new pump, then so be it, you know. Oh, here comes all the gas fumes and everything. I'm actually going to do a test from the wire connection to the fuel pump to see if we're getting power. Because if we're getting power through it, then that means we have something going on with the fuel pump. I tested the fuel injection system fuse. I checked the relay, checked the tilt sensor. That was a code that came up, was the tilt sensor, but we're getting power to the relay. So that means, you know, even though the code did show up and it might have killed the engine at one point and all the power at one point, it's working again. So now we need to determine whether it's a wiring issue by just testing the wire itself. If we do get, you know, amperage voltage out of that wire, then that does mean we probably have a faulty fuel pump, in which we'll have to take the tank back off, pull the pump out, and then test that manually too. Okay guys, so I kind of just started fiddling with this to try and find the positive and negative. I believe I found it because none of the other ports have continuity. It's going to be this red and blue wire and this green and white wire on the 2015 FJ09 model. I don't know if it's the same on the others, but I'm not going to recommend for the other bikes. So what I did is I tested continuity while the bike was off between all of them. I'm not going to do it again, and I didn't get any, but I decided to turn on the ignition real quick because, you know, that'd probably complete a circuit. So I put it in the very far right one and the second to the left. Yeah, let's see if you can see that. These two right here. Okay, right here, right there. Come on now. There we go. So, yeah, it was a little tricky, but you can see the circuit's being completed in those two ports. So we know everything's fine. The bike should be running right now. Means we got a freaking fuel pump issue. Lucky me, I just get to work on the fuel pump now. What I think I'm truly gonna do is just run the battery straight to the pump and see if anything happens. Because now that I know which ports are which, those are gonna be the power ports, right? These other two are probably gonna be either grounding or what I assume would actually be for the fuel level. I don't know why they would both be black. That does kind of worry me. I hope I'm not getting anything wrong, but you know, we'll learn as we go here. Stand by. Okay guys, so for the 2019 Yamaha FJ09, we got a OEM fuel pump installed. This one actually was used because a brand new one was $440 from Yamaha, and the owner wanted to, you know, possibly cut expenses. It works perfectly fine, so I don't see anything wrong with it, and I went ahead and proceeded with that. Here's the old pump, and I actually cleaned it up decently. It's still pretty dirty, but I tried to save it, and this thing is just completely non-operable. It was so gunked up with like rubber and old, very, very old gas, 5-year-old gas. So tank's clean, new fuel pumps installed. We're about to get it put on. And yeah, I'm gonna take you guys along for the ride. Honestly, I might just set you guys up right here so you can see how I do it. Let's do that. Okay. Hopefully I won't drop so this is all installed as well, so let me get it on the light. Two mounting bolts, pull those out. Make sure not to fill it up before I put it on. Pretty straightforward, just put it right back on. Okay, I'm not going to tighten it all the way if you want to be able to lift it too. Got a regular old brick wrapped up so we don't scratch anything. Set it up right here. And what we're gonna do is I'll see if I can get you guys an undershot of how to hook up the lines and stuff. Okay guys, so right now what we're gonna do is get the vacuum lines, the fuel line, and the fuel connection, well, the power line I guess, reattached. So what you're gonna do right here is you're gonna pull this down and then make sure this gets past this lip before you put the ring back up, because that's what this clip right here, the orange piece, is designed for, is to keep you right there from popping off. If you don't get it, you're gonna turn it on, it's gonna prime, it's just gonna make a little real popping noise, and it's gonna come right off, and you're gonna be shooting fuel right off the side of the bike. So make sure you do that right. Boom, you hear the click. Now push it up. Hopefully we get this right the first time, because those are the worst things ever, trying to get off. And okay, let's get our vacuum lines reattached. Vacuum line, there's two vacuum ports right here. Let's get those reattached. Okay. Let me find the other vacuum line. There it is. Get that one reattached. Okay. So for right now, we're not gonna plug in, we're gonna put fuel in it first. We're gonna put fuel in it first, and then we'll see how it primes, and let's see if she turns on. Hasn't ran in 5 years. Let's attach the power make it level so we know there's gas getting down there and see if it primes. I tested it to the battery and it works. So let's just make sure that we get the desired outcome. Take the brick out. Doesn't need to be set all the way in. I just want it to be more level so we know we're not missing any fuel. Okay. Alright. For the moment of truth. What? There it is. That was it. Oh, here we go, baby. Let's go. Sounds a little high to me. Actually, we're at about 1250, 1500, so it's not that high. I'd like to get a little down if I could figure out where the screw is. If there's not one, then we'll just have to let that idle be a little high. But it's sounding good. I'm just letting it heat up, letting all the oils that have accumulated over time burn off of it, especially like when I did the oil change, I might have touched some of the pipes. So yeah, keep you guys updated as we go. So there you have it, guys. That's the Sure Shift service. After sitting for 5 years, we're gonna have another happy customer when this bike rolls right out of our garage. If you have a bike that you want to get running again, if you have a bike that needs maintenance, if you have a bike that you want to install upgrades on, hit us up at Sure Shift Motors. We're based out of Southern California in Redlands, California, and we'd be more than happy to take care of you and your bike. Thank you.